Innocence until proven guilty, according to the law in a public trial, is a human right that is valued around the world. In other words, nobody has a right to condemn and punish you for something that you haven't done. This violation is being committed around the world every day. Nations with harsher governments tend to see this issue more often. Communist countries like Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Romania, and South Yemen have struggled with this violation for decades. A well-known example is the story of Troy Davis, an American man who is convicted of murdering an off-duty policeman and put to death after widespread public doubts about his guilt. During his trial in 1989, witnesses stated that Davis did in fact shoot the off-duty cop, but 14 years later, 7 of the 9 admitted that they were not released until police heard what they wanted to hear. Even after these allegations, the court refused to see Davis as innocent. Another example is how the North Korean government treats their citizens. Security forces spy on citizens, and if someone is even perceived as being a threat to the government, they are subjected to things like torture, execution, or imprisonment. Another example of the violation is the use of automatic traffic ticketing machines, also known as speed cameras. These ticket machines track the speed of passing cars and snap a photo of any speeding vehicles. The argument is that the traps are a violation because no matter who is driving the car, the owner of the car is considered guilty. These violations are occurring because citizens are failing to take action against the government. It could be a mixture of laziness or ignorance of the people. On the other hand, communist nations like North Korea have governments that prevent citizens from having a say in the law of the land. The dictatorship sometimes conflicts with their human rights. Some might ask, what is being done about these awful violations and how can I help? Even though there are no fancy groups or organizations focusing directly on this issue, there are people taking action over these false accusations. There are many protests against the decisions of the court where people like to do things like picket, gather, or spread their beliefs in a fairly peaceful manner. Basically, if you don't agree with an accusation, don't be afraid to let people know. Not everybody takes this issue into account, but put yourself in the shoes of an innocent person that is thrown into prison or even executed. They are helpless to the judge, and it's a violation of their human rights that needs to be addressed ASAP.
So this is Troy Anthony Davis, and I've been sitting on Georgia death row for 16 years for a crime I did not commit. And a struggle for me and my family, as well as the victim's family, who I sympathize with fairly, because they have been cheated out of justice just as I have. They deserve justice more than anyone deserves justice. Because of Amnesty's assistance as well as Arnold and Porter, I'm still sitting here alive today being able to have conversation. And I want to thank all Amnesty supporters, all the volunteer workers. I want to thank everyone all over the world, who has been praying for me, supporting me, writing letters and signing petitions and things like that. I want to encourage people to continue to sign the Amnesty petitions and continue to write letters and look into my situation, because this situation could have happened to anyone.